Frontline Updates, where we delve deep into military strategies and updates from conflict zones. Today, we're discussing the progress of the ongoing special military operation as of June 9, 2025. I'm your host, Shariefa Mohammed MGT.
I'm Colonel AUC3I Oguntoye, an infantry officer. Over the past 24 hours, the Russian armed forces executed a high-intensity, multi-domain operation against Ukrainian military assets across several operational sectors. A significant air-launched precision strike targeted tactical aircraft facilities in Dubno, Rivne region as part of a declared retaliation for prior Ukrainian drone attacks on Russian airfields. Additional precision strikes hit weapons production sites, UAV assembly workshops, and ammunition depots, reportedly achieving all mission objectives.
Welcome to Frontline Updates, the podcast that brings you in-depth insights into military operations from those leading them on the ground. Today, we're joined by Colonel AUC3I Oguntoye, an infantry officer monitoring critical missions on the progress of the special military operation as of today. Colonel Oguntoye, thank you for being with us.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Let's begin with last night's air operation. What can you tell us about the precision strikes on Dubno?
Last night's operation represented a deliberate and escalated phase of Russia's retaliatory doctrine. The armed forces of the Russian Federation launched a concentrated, long-range precision strike against an airfield located near the settlement of Dubno in the Rivne region. This installation has been confirmed as a staging ground for Ukrainian tactical aircraft, which were used in recent incursions against Russian rear-area airbases. The strike itself was executed using air-launched munitions, most likely Kh-101 or similar high-precision missiles, capable of evading detection until terminal phase. Russia claims all intended targets were hit, including hardened shelters, fuel storage points, and possibly aircraft themselves on the tarmac.
What is the outlook?
But beyond the tactical damage, this was a strategic message. It signals that Russia now feels confident in striking further west, deeper into Ukraine's support infrastructure, in response to what is labeled as terrorist drone attacks on their homeland.
Interesting. So these were retaliatory in nature. Were other facilities also hit in these coordinated strikes?
Yes, Dubno wasn't the only target. The same strike package also hit industrial facilities and logistical hubs, specifically factories involved in UAV production and workshops assembling strike-capable drones. Ammunition depots and weapon storage units were also engaged. This dual-targeting approach aligns with Russia's emerging strategy, degrade Ukraine's ability to wage both conventional and irregular warfare. By hitting drone assembly points, they're attempting to slow down Ukraine's cost-effective asymmetric capabilities, particularly the one-way strike drones that have disrupted supply routes and rear logistics.
Let's pivot to the ground situation. What's the status in the northern axis, especially in Sumy?
In Sumy Oblast, the Russian North Group launched a combined arms assault against Ukrainian mechanized and airborne brigades in Pavlovka, Pisarevka, Kyanitsa, and Novaya Sich. According to Russian claims, over 145 Ukrainian troops were neutralized and multiple armored vehicles destroyed. What's notable here is the inclusion of an assault regiment in the enemy order of battle. This suggests Ukraine is either rotating in elite troops or repurposing formations into counter-assault roles. However, the Russians appear to be using layered firepower, artillery softening followed by mechanized pushes, to overwhelm local defenses.
What else is being targeted?
They're also targeting logistics nodes. 2 ammo dumps were destroyed, which can severely degrade operational tempo for forward-deployed Ukrainian units.
It seems these are coordinated movements. How about Kharkov? We've seen movement in Kupiansk before.
Yes, Kupiansk continues to be a contested zone. The West Group reportedly gained better terrain positioning in and around Kupiansk, Iziumskoye, and 2 smaller settlements. They're engaging both regular Ukrainian brigades and elements of the territorial defense. The importance here isn't just tactical, it's also psychological. Kupiansk holds symbolic value and serves as a supply node connecting eastern and northeastern sectors. By pressing here, Russia is forcing Ukraine to divert reserves from other critical fronts. Additionally, Russia reported destroying of Piranha electronic warfare station, a significant capability that could have been used to jam Russian drones or intercept command traffic. If true, that's a blow to Ukraine's electronic battle space.
Donetsk has been under pressure for months. What's new there?
The southern and central groups are applying relentless pressure. In areas like Chasov Yar, Konstantinovka, and Seversk, Russia is actively trying to stretch Ukrainian lines. The southern group focused on a mix of mountain assault, motorized, and airmobile brigades. These are not light targets. Ukraine has invested heavily in defending these zones. What stands out is Russia's claim of eliminating a U.S.-supplied 155mm Paladin howitzer, suggesting not just attrition but counterbattery efficacy. If they are accurately locating and destroying high-value NATO artillery systems, that marks an evolution in Russian ISR integration.
And the center group of forces?
The central group went even further, reportedly expanding control in Dnipropetrovsk and Donetsk's joint operational corridor, hitting up to 7 brigades across 6 settlements. Over 500 casualties claimed, along with a destroyed Swedish Viking APC and a US/TPQ-48 radar, both extremely valuable battlefield assets.
So we're seeing Russia focus on high-value Western equipment. What's happening in Zaporizhia and Kherson?
The Dnieper and East groups continue defensive pushes in these sectors. In Zaporizhia, the fight centers around nodes like Malaya Tokmachka and Kamenskoye. These areas serve as gateways to the broader southern front. Russia hit mechanized and coastal defense units, along with another electronic warfare system and 3 more ammo depots. Interestingly, the East Group also struck Ukrainian formations in Malinovka and Komar. Ukraine reportedly lost 2 tanks and 3 APCs. This indicates that heavier armor is still being rotated into these lines despite increasing drone and loitering munition threats.
Lastly, let's talk air defense. Has Russia adapted further to NATO-guided munitions?
Absolutely. Russian air defense reported intercepting a Neptune long-range missile, 2 dams, and 4 HIMARS rockets, all Western systems. Most significant, though, is the reported downing of 212 UAVs in one day. That figure should be taken cautiously, but it reflects the intensity of drone warfare now integrated into daily operations. Russia is reinforcing the point that it has layered air defense integration, combining systems like Pantsir, Buk M2, and S-400 in a seamless mesh. Whether this is enough to permanently deny Ukrainian precision strikes is unclear, but it complicates Western targeting calculus significantly.
Colonel, thank you for providing such a detailed briefing on the current military situation. Your insights are invaluable to our understanding of the conflict's dynamics. And thank you to our listeners for tuning in. Join us next time as we continue to provide up-to-date coverage on global military affairs. Stay with us for more updates and expert analyses on global defense and security issues. Stay informed, stay secure.
Thank you for the opportunity. I want to emphasize only this: what we're seeing is a pivot from positional attrition to deep interdiction. Russia's targeting is broader, smarter, and more integrated. The strategic depth of Ukraine's warfighting infrastructure is now on the target list, and that will have ripple effects across operational tempo, morale, and Western supply timelines.
This has been Frontline Updates. Subscribe for daily military briefings and in-depth strategic analysis. Visit our platform for maps, transcripts, and exclusive frontline updates from commanders in theater.